Have you ever seen a used hi-fi amplifier online and thought, is this actually a good deal? Or am I about to waste money? Maybe the seller says, works perfectly. Very rare. High-end sound. Only serious buyers. But the photos are dark, the description is short, the model is 20 years old, and you have no idea if the price is fair. That is exactly where I started using AI. In this video, I'll show you how I use AI to analyze used hi-fi amplifier deals, compare models, detect red flags, and avoid bad purchases. This is not about replacing your ears. This is about becoming a smarter buyer before you even contact the seller. Used hi-fi can be amazing. You can buy an amplifier that once cost €2,000 for €500 today. You can find real quality, heavy transformers, solid build, great sound, and classic designs. But used hi-fi also has traps. The biggest problem is that most buyers focus only on the brand and model. They see names like Marantz, Yamaha, NAD, Rotel, Denon, Arkham, Musical Fidelity, Sansui, Technics, Luxman, or Hagel, and immediately think, good brand, good amplifier. But that is not always true. A good amplifier can still be a bad purchase if the price is too high, the unit was repaired badly, the seller hides problems, the amp is too weak for your speakers, spare parts are difficult to find, or the amplifier is simply too old and needs service. This is why I use AI as a second brain, not to make the final decision for me, but to help me ask better questions. When I find a used amplifier listing, I collect 5 things. First, the exact model name. For example, Rotel RA1062, Yamaha AS701, Musical Fidelity M3i, NADC 356BEE. Second, the asking price. Third, the seller's description. Fourth, the photos. Fifth, what speakers I want to use with it. Then I ask AI to analyze it with a structured prompt. Here is the prompt I use. Now, AI will not magically know everything perfectly, but it helps organize the decision. Instead of emotionally thinking, oh, this looks beautiful, I want it. AI analyzes a deal. I want it to check 7 things. 1. Price sanity. Is the asking price realistic? Some sellers price old amplifiers like museum pieces. They say rare vintage, but the amplifier is actually common. AI helps me compare the price against typical used market expectations. Not exact, but enough to know, is this cheap? Is this average? Is this overpriced? Is this suspiciously cheap? Suspiciously cheap can also be a warning. 2. Power and speaker matching. This is very important. A 40-watt amplifier can sound great with easy speakers, but if your speakers are low sensitivity, low impedance, or hard to drive, that amplifier may struggle. AI helps me check watts per channel, impedance support, speaker sensitivity, room size, listening volume, and whether the amp has enough current. For example, if you have big floor-standing speakers, you probably should not buy a weak vintage amp just because it looks cool. 3. Known problems. Every amplifier family has possible issues. Some have relay problems. Some have noisy volume pots. Some run hot. Some need capacitor replacement. Some have display issues. Some have unobtainable parts. AI can help create a list of common things to inspect before buying. 4. Age risk. An amplifier from 2005 is very different from an amplifier from 1978. Vintage can be beautiful, but after 30 or 40 years, components age. That does not mean avoid vintage. It means budget for service. AI helps me ask, is this still original? Was it recapped? Who serviced it? Are there photos of the inside? 5. Input and feature check. Sometimes people buy an amplifier and then realize it has no remote, no phono input, no subwoofer output, no digital inputs, no pre-out, no main in, no headphone output. AI helps me compare the amplifier features with my real use case. 6. Seller red flags. The description matters. Red flags include untested, worked last time, no returns, for collectors, small problem, easy fix. One channel sometimes quiet, just needs cleaning. Usually easy fix means not fixed. 7. Questions to ask. AI gives me a seller question checklist. For example, does both left and right channel work equally? Any crackling when turning volume? Any hum or buzzing? Has it ever been repaired? Can you send a video of it working? Are all inputs tested? Does it get unusually hot? Is the remote included? Can I test it with speakers before buying? This is where AI becomes really useful. It helps you look like an experienced buyer, even if you are still learning. Part 4. Example. Deal analysis, 540 to 740. On-screen, fictional listing. Let's analyze a fictional example. Listing, used integrated amplifier, Rotel RA1062. Good condition, works perfectly. Price, €420. No remote, selling because I upgraded. At first glance, this sounds decent. Rotel has a good reputation. The RA1062 is a respected integrated amplifier. €420 might be reasonable depending on condition and market. But AI would not stop there. It would ask, is the missing remote important? Are all inputs working? Does the volume knob crackle? Does the speaker protection relay click normally? Is there channel imbalance at low volume? Has the amplifier been opened or repaired? Are there original photos or only internet photos? Now let's say you want to use it with floor-standing speakers in a medium-sized room. AI might say, this amplifier could be a good match for moderately efficient speakers, but check speaker impedance and sensitivity. If your speakers are difficult to drive, consider something with more current or newer protection circuits. Then AI might give a recommendation. Buy if tested in person and all inputs work. Negotiate because remote is missing. Avoid if seller refuses video or testing. That is a much better decision than just saying, Rotel is good, buy it. Another powerful use is comparison. Let's say you are choosing between Yamaha AS701 and NAD C356BEE. You can ask AI, compare these two amplifiers for B and W speakers, 25 square meter room, mostly rock, jazz and electronic music. Include power, sound character, reliability, used price, repair risk, and best choice. Now you get a practical comparison, not just specs. You get a buyer-focused answer. Yamaha may offer modern features, DAC input, remote reliability. NAD may offer strong current and warmer sound, but used condition matters. One may be better for your speakers, one may be easier to service, one may be overpriced in your local market. This is where AI saves time. Instead of reading 30 forum threads, you get a structured first opinion in 1 minute. Then you can verify the important details. But let me be very clear. AI is not a replacement for listening. AI can be wrong. AI can invent details. AI may not know your local prices. AI cannot hear if an amplifier has distortion. AI cannot smell burned components. AI cannot see hidden repair damage unless you provide good photos. So my rule is simple. Use AI to prepare. Use your ears to decide. Use testing to confirm. Never buy only because AI says good deal. AI is a filter, not a guarantee. Used hi-fi can be one of the best ways to build a great system without spending crazy money. But only if you buy smart. With AI, you can analyze prices, compare amplifiers, check speaker matching, detect red flags, and prepare better questions for sellers. That means fewer mistakes, better deals, and more money left for music. On this channel, I'll use AI to analyze real used hi-fi deals, compare amplifiers, and help people avoid bad purchases. Subscribe if you want practical hi-fi advice without the nonsense. And before you buy your next used amplifier, ask one more question.